I was frightened to make a decision. And now you've got when I see these referees now, week in, week out, there's a fear and they're scared to make a decision. And the problem with when you're scared to make a decision, you don't make one.
Yeah.
And then the VAR doesn't make one either.
And went, right, if there's a major mistake here, we've got to sort something. Did you think you were going to be that clever?
Football is called the beautiful game because of the players, the dribblers, the goal scorers, the magicians who light up the pitch. But what if the real power lies with someone else? Not the striker who scores, not the coach on the touchline, but the referee. 90 minutes of football are filled with hundreds of small decisions, many we don't notice, that shape the entire outcome of a match. Today, we'll uncover how referees decide games without you even knowing. On paper, referees are neutral. Their job is to enforce the rules. But in reality, every decision they make carries weight. A foul, an advantage waved on, a yellow card shown too early. All of these shape how players approach the game. Most fans only notice the big calls, penalties, red cards, offsides, but the truth is, referees influence matches far more subtly.
Even though you say you can't stop it, 45 seconds, Van der Veen clears it and you go, and obviously Darren England that's saying, I've made a mistake. Why can't he just give it? What happens to the referee if he gives it then? What happens?
I don't think you'll see him for the rest of the season, full stop.
Serious?
But
Mike,
you're not going to see him anyway.
One of the biggest powers referees have is control over tempo. A referee who whistles for every small contact breaks the flow, favoring defensive teams and frustrating attackers. A referee who lets the game run creates chaos and space, often benefiting counter-attacking sides. To the casual fan, it looks like style. To insiders, it's power. Managers know this, which is why they study which referees allow physicality and which demand strict control.
It's a mistake, but it's concentration, isn't it? It's concentration.
Well, I've just said it.
Are they just sitting up there? You know what I mean? I don't know what they're doing, but you've got to concentrate.
Yeah,
you're only asked to sit and watch a football match and concentrate. Do you know what I mean? And he gets his one thing. And it's a lack of concentration. I can't explain. It can't be anything else.
Nothing changes a match like an early yellow card. When a defender is booked in the first 20 minutes, their entire approach shifts. They pull out of tackles. They hesitate. They give attackers more space. Strikers know this and target them relentlessly. Referees don't just punish fouls. They shape the psychology of the match. One card can decide who dominates a duel for the rest of the game.
Big club bias, fact or fiction?
Do favour the bigger sides. They need to keep the top teams at the top there for their benefit.
Martin O'Neill touched on that, did you not, Martin? What you felt when you were Leicester manager? That on occasion the bigger club gets the nod and you guys don't?
Yeah, I genuinely felt that.
Multiple studies have shown what fans already suspect. Referees often favor the bigger clubs, whether it's subconscious or pressure from tens of thousands of fans. Big teams get the benefit of the doubt. Manchester United at Old Trafford in the Sir Alex Ferguson era became legendary for Fergie time.
No, the referees were frightened to death of Alex. Absolutely frightened to death.
Would you feel being a young referee just coming on board and obviously walking into Old Trafford initially anyway, it's intimidating?
Ferguson was the manager.
Wow.
What was the score that game?
They beat us 2-1. They came back to win 2-1.
As a young referee now, coming face to face with Sir Alex and knowing the pressure he puts you under.
Long stoppage times that often ended with a decisive goal. Referees had the power to extend the clock, and they did.
Gary, last season you did suffer at the hand of some incredible decisions, didn't you? Like penalties that were given against you, pens that you didn't get, and then I think this started this undercurrent from Gary O'Neill saying, "Look, hold on a minute, let's take a close look at this."
Referees are human. The roar of 60,000 fans can influence their split-second decisions. Home advantage isn't just about comfort for players, it's about pressure on referees. Studies have shown home teams receive more favorable decisions in front of big crowds. Even referees trained to resist bias are not immune to the psychological weight of an entire stadium demanding a call.
Law, it's not the law. What's the law?
It's the laws of football, mate. That is what the protocol is.
The laws of football 5, 6, 7 years ago, there was no VAR. There was just one ref and 2 linesmen. They shouldn't change that. Why can't they change
now
it?
there is VAR, so you have to go with the protocol what VAR is implemented. You cannot change it, Paul.
No one ever sat down and went, right, if there's a major mistake here, we've got to sort something. Did you think you were going to be that clever?
With VAR, many thought referees would lose some of their hidden influence. But the opposite may be true. VAR is supposed to correct clear and obvious errors. But it has introduced a new level of subtle control. Referees still choose which incidents to review, how long to delay decisions, and whether to overrule or stick with their initial call. The lines drawn for offside, the slow motion replays of handballs, these tools can be framed to support whatever outcome the referee or officials lean toward. One of the subtlest powers referees wield is in deciding what counts as a foul. A slight push might be ignored in the first half, but given in the 90th minute in the penalty box. A trip might be called against one player, but waved away for another. To the neutral eye, these inconsistencies look like mistakes. To players and coaches, they're patterns. Teams adapt their tactics mid-game to take advantage of how the referee is calling things. We all remember infamous cases. These games were defined by refereeing controversies, but even outside those high-profile scandals, referees decide countless matches every week with their small, unnoticed choices. A penalty not awarded, a goal disallowed for a soft foul, an extra 30 seconds added to stoppage time. They may not score the goals, but referees set the stage for them to happen. Are referees actively trying to decide games? Not necessarily. Most aren't corrupt, but they are human, shaped by psychology, pressure, fatigue, and sometimes, yes, politics. Whether it's FIFA pushing narratives, leagues protecting their big stars, or simple human error, referees have a level of control no one else in the stadium does. The ball might be at the striker's feet, but the whistle is always in the referee's mouth. So, do you think referees have too much influence in football? Or is their control just part of the game's unpredictable magic? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden truths of football.
What is actually going on with referees in the Premier League and in this country?
And he says, you know what? If we make mistakes, let's admit it. If these guys are not good VARs, let's admit it.
Was that actually a concern of yours when you were managing other clubs, Martin, that Manchester United got favourable?
It was ridiculous. No, the referees were frightened to death.
Would you feel being a young referee just coming on board and obviously walking into Old Trafford initially anyway, it's intimidating. So you look at
Gary, last season you did suffer at the hand of some incredible decisions, didn't you? Like penalties that were given against you, pens that you didn't get, and then I think this started this undercurrent from Gary O'Neill saying, look, hold on a minute, let's take a close look at this.